It's raining right now, and it hasn't rained in like 8 or 9 months. Love Southern California, love the warm weather all the time, but I missed the rain. And when it rains here, it's such a magical experience because this city is pretty dirty because it doesn't rain. It's super dry. And overall, like, it's kind of not a super well-maintained city in most areas. So when it rains, it just like clears out everything. Like, the streets get washed, my car gets washed, which, oh my God, needed to happen. It's been months. All the plants get washed. The plants normally like have dust on them from the air. After it rains, the plants feel so clean and happy, and the air just feels fresh again. It feels breathable again. And I'm just like looking at the rain, feeling so much appreciation for it. And I think it's interesting because, and I have a similar video where I talk about this, but I've come to really appreciate weather living in a place that doesn't have that much of it. And the rain just like, I keep looking outside, but it's literally because it's so magical. Like, it just reminds me that I'm on planet Earth. Like, I'm not just in Los Angeles, I am a part of a planet, and there's weather and it's beautiful. And it's just such a cool experience to be a part of. Weather reminds us that everything is always changing, no matter how hard we try for it not to. You can work hard all your life and do your very, very best, but life is still gonna throw curveballs at you. Things are still gonna change around you and change inside of you. And so with all the changes that happen throughout the course of your life, the best thing that you can do for yourself is learn how to enjoy the rain. Learn how to go outside and just like dance and enjoy the way it feels for the fresh air to flow through your lungs. Like, that is the best thing that I can do. There's no sense in me wishing that I could go and sit in the sun today, or wishing that I could go on a hike and have it be completely dry. Wishing for things that aren't here won't bring them here. If I want to feel good right now, the best thing I can do for myself is to enjoy this rain and to love every moment of it. And so rain and weather in general is such a good teacher of learning how to really find joy in everything, no matter what. And I think this ties a lot also into our emotions. Just like changes come into your life, and a lot of times this relates to the changes that come into your life, emotions are also a part of being a human. That's just how it is. There are days when I wake up and for no reason at all, I am feeling so mentally tired, or just like not wanting to do anything, feeling like stuck in my head and just not feeling good. And there's other days when I wake up and I am just like excited and ready to go. And there are other days where I'm just like somewhere in the middle. And the beautiful thing about being a human is that those emotions are inevitable. Emotions are not something that we can like run from. They're not something that we can stop from happening for the rest of our life. Emotions are a part of being a human. And I've found so much joy in when I'm feeling sad, when I'm feeling tired, when I'm not feeling like doing anything, really learning how to dance in the rain and really learning how to appreciate that moment and what it brings. When sadness arises within me, acknowledging it, but feeling it from a removed perspective, knowing that it's an emotion and it's washing through just like the weather, but it's not the foundation of what I am. And I think I sometimes got in the trend of identifying myself with my emotions. When I was feeling good, it meant that I was doing good. When I was feeling bad, it meant that I was doing bad. And I identified my full state of being with emotions that were just washing through. When in reality, our state of being is our ability to maintain a sense of balance and calmness within us, even when the emotions are washing through us. It's quite a beautiful thing, because just like the rain, when sadness washes through me, it cleans everything out. Everything that I've been kind of neglecting, like the emotions that I've been letting sit in the corner for a little while and not dealing with them. When sadness washes over me, it's like the rain, like clearing out my entire being and making me pay attention to the things I haven't been paying attention to and resetting in a way where how can I move forward and feel better? It's also just like the best practice of learning how to enjoy it, you know? And sitting with your emotions doesn't have to mean wallowing in your sadness. It doesn't have to mean feeling down and letting yourself feel down and just like falling into a hole of not feeling good. Acknowledging your emotions is being able to see them and know they're there, but also know that you are not them and remove yourself from being trapped in them. Because things that we can acknowledge, things that we can see, are outside of us in a way. They are not the core of what we are, because if you can see it, just like you can see your thoughts, it's not you. It's not deeply ingrained in who you are. It's just something that passes through. Just like this fire truck, which has stopped. Oh no, there it is. It's almost like if you're sitting outside, the baseline sound is like the hum of silence, right? And then if you're sitting outside and a group of people walks by you, you hear them talking. Just because you hear them talking doesn't mean that it's consumed the entirety of the sound. It just means that you hear them talking, they walk, they pass by, they walk away, and then the silence is back. And then a dog starts walking by and you hear the dog's footsteps, you hear the dog bark. The silence is still there, but the dog makes its noise and it walks on by and then it's gone and the silence is still there. And that's so similar to how our emotions are within us. That sense of being, that sense of peace, that sense of balance within us is something that is indestructible. It's within us, and it's like the deep core of what we are. The emotions are the noise that pass on by. We see them, we acknowledge that they are outside of us. We allow ourselves to feel them because emotions are meant to be felt. And then once we've felt them fully, once we've acknowledged them, they just pass on by. The moment that you see an emotion and react to it with fear, react to it with judgment, or you latch onto it and allow it to assume your identity, that is when it gets louder and it covers up more, and it's harder to get rid of when you've attached onto it. And so throughout our life, sometimes we have ourselves with an emotion that arises, then we hold on to it, we latch onto it, and then another one comes, we latch onto it, it becomes a part of that shield. And from this core being of what we are, so many layers start to build on top of it. And we feel confined and trapped by our emotions. And the more that you hold on to, the harder it is to release it, because you're constantly holding on to stuff. It's being ingrained in what you're doing, everything you're doing. And it feels harder to get back to the place of joy that we felt when we were a child. But it's not impossible. You still have that core essence within you, and it's not impossible to release the layers that hold you back from feeling it. It's just about starting. It's about making the commitment to yourself that you again want to feel free, and in an instant, allowing yourself to soak in the depth of the reality of what your current moment is. Everything about it, the way the air smells, the way the sunshine comes through your window, the way it feels to interact with the space around you. Feeling everything in your current moment releases you from this idea of reality that you've built in your head based on your emotions. It releases you from that, and you're able to have a clearer view of your life and your perception. And the more you practice that, the more you practice letting go of those emotions and getting to know yourself on a deeper level, that is when you start to feel free. And you just start to enjoy life a little bit more. So I would encourage you, and it's something I'm not perfect at all. I am very much a student of this. I would encourage you to just stop picking fights with your emotions, whether it be attaching onto them or running away from them or blocking them out or getting mad at them being there. Start practicing just acknowledging them, seeing them, being like, okay, I feel sad right now. That's okay. I'm just gonna let myself chill for a little bit and reset and figure out why I might be feeling sad. But I'm also not gonna attach onto that sadness. I know that tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna feel fine. But for now, I'm gonna let myself feel this so that it is felt and it's gone. There's such a freedom in that. There's such a freedom in being able to just stand outside in the rain and enjoy the way it feels on your skin. Not thinking about the cold, not thinking about getting wet, just truly enjoying the fact that the rain is coming down and cleansing your body. And I just thought about that today as I went outside and enjoyed the rain, and then a rainbow came out, which was crazy. I never see rainbows in Los Angeles. It was pretty exciting. And like with the rain, I have some sort of like excuse to drink a warm beverage and take it easy a little bit. And that's so awesome. And like the most enjoyment I found in my life has come from allowing and accepting what is to be and enjoying every moment of it, no matter what it may be. So yeah, I invite you to do that as well if that's something that calls to you. Yeah, I'm gonna go and enjoy the weather a little bit more. This doesn't happen much, and I'm gonna enjoy every moment of it and just soak it in. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you're doing well and taking care of yourself, and I hope that in every aspect of your life, you're learning to find joy and peace. Even the hard times, even the sadness and the fear, you see through it and know that you're much deeper than anything. You are always balanced and stable within yourself. And when you tap into that part of yourself, that is where life starts to really feel good. So I hope that you are just taking so much care of yourself and giving yourself love. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day today.